don't look at anything as a problem. Look at it as an opportunity.
Okay.
If you're struggling with something, that's an opportunity to learn more.
Hello and welcome to episode 16 of All Things Cricket by the 12th Man. I am your host Ujjwal Sachdeva, and today we have with us a very special guest. The on-field producer at multiple ICC events, the executive sports producer at Star Sports, someone who we've seen at our screen with Times Now, with NDTV, and we've seen her doing poetry, we've seen her as a TEDx speaker. We have a very talented poet with us as well. We have with us Miss Ragini Kumar. Welcome, ma'am. It is such an honor to have you here today.
Thanks, Ujjwal. It's my pleasure. And I think I should ask you to, give such an amazing introduction. Next time when I have to introduce myself, I will just call you and say, please do this. That was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And before we even begin and get to the show, I just have to ask you that, like I said, we've seen you as the sports anchor at prime time. We've seen you at multiple sports awards. We've seen you as a motivational speaker, and we've seen your new avatar recently. You've been a poet on every Tuesday.
Yes.
You brought us amazing poetry as well.
Thank
To
you.
add to all of that, you are a producer by profession. So in all of this, who is Ragini Kumar? Which version of yourself do you love the most?
Wow. It's like saying which of the five fingers is more precious to you. It's difficult to choose because the strength comes in when they're all together in unity. So I think every part is me as much as I can be. I'm also a mother to a 4.5-year-old boy. So that keeps me on my toes. And so I am very excited that I can do so many different things and I enjoy all of them equally. I feel very happy that I'm able to connect with my inner self and, I'm able to do so many different things. It's very exciting. I just enjoy all of it so much because it's freedom of expression. It's, hanging out with people you really idolize, when I met Mary Kom, I was so excited that my job allowed me to do that because I really look up to her. And meeting the likes of, Mahendra Singh Dhoni or Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant and Shikhar Dhawan, so many people, you learn so much from them. And so, I like every aspect.
This is actually a question also that someone sent in for you yesterday, that having met so many people, do you ever have a fangirl moment that now I am meeting this particular person?
No, actually, I've not had a fangirl moment yet because there's always this thing of, okay, I have to get this right. This has to make it. There is a deadline, I always approach this as a professional because at the end of the day, as a producer, as an anchor, you have to make sure that you ask the right questions which the fans have in mind, or, you present your story in a way which does justice to that story. So I think for fangirl wala emotion na wo aa hi nahi pata hai because you are so consumed about your work and what you have to do and to be honest to the story. So that fangirling rarely ever happens actually.
That's actually a very good professional approach if you look at it that way. And another thing, like I just have to ask you, for everybody who's watching this, they should know she is in Dubai right now. She's quarantined and she will be joining us in the IPL as well. So how is quarantine treating you, and what is the excitement for the IPL like over there with Corona especially?
The first day, I didn't know what was happening. First day, I was very phased out. I didn't know because just from 6 months being at home, being with family, suddenly I was alone in the room. तो पहले दिन तो मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आया, नींद भी नहीं आई. I couldn't figure out anything. Second day, I got into my own and I divided. I said, okay, all my work will happen at the study table. I will sleep obviously on my bed, and there was another table. I said, okay, I will eat only here. So I've, made zones. This is my work zone, this is my eating zone, and this is my sleeping and chilling zone. So I think that has really helped. I have carried a lot of books with me. That has helped. Being in touch with family has helped a lot. And I'm also the excitement that IPL is finally happening, and we're going to be part of something so huge and bring to all our fans the IPL excitement via Star Sports. I think that keeps you going. That really helps.
And I think it is that time when everybody has been stuck on their couch without anything to watch, and suddenly you have 2 months of the IPL. It's an exciting time for every fan in India.
Yeah, it's. I'm really looking forward to it. I must tell you that every precaution is being taken in within the IPL crew. So everyone is very, very careful about all the precautions, and it's going to be a great tournament.
We're all looking forward to it, definitely. So
Yeah.
I'll be doing this in three segments. Initially, I would want to ask you about your journey, and to add
Sure.
to that, things about sports journalism and how it works at Star Sports, and generally
Yeah.
with production as well. And
Hmm.
moving forward, I have a few questions that people have sent in for you that we'll take up in the
Okay.
second segment. And finally,
Sure.
we'll do a quick rapid fire segment.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll begin with my first segment, and my first question is about you. So I just want you to tell the audience about your journey, having been a broadcaster for 16 years now. And how is
Yeah.
that experience? How that started? What made you get into it? We want to know it all.
I feel like a veteran, 16 years. I know it all. No, there's always, what keeps it exciting is that every day there's something new to learn. And I kid you not, it sounds like a cliche, but every day because of a changing environment, things are becoming digital. And now
Yeah,
with the pandemic, things have to be done very differently. We are forced to do different things, but that is an opportunity that I
yeah,
see of the medium to grow. So 100%, I think what keeps me going for so many years, over a decade, is that there's always something new to learn. You can never be like, oh, I know everything. That's
right.
never going to be the case. So that keeps it very fresh. It keeps it very exciting, and keeps your approach also very fresh. I always wanted to be in sports. I've grown up in a family where we were always glued to television. Either we were watching news or we were watching live sports. Whether it was tennis, badminton, cricket, everything. We should just we are. I'm a TV generation, so I've learned everything from television, and I think that's why the natural progression to be a part of television. I started working with NDTV, then I was anchoring with them in
Yeah,
Hindi and in English. Then I moved to Times Now. Again, I was the primetime
yeah,
anchor with Times Now. And after which I started working with the IPL. I worked for Delhi Devils 1 year in 2013, and after which I joined Star Sports. I anchored at Star Sports,
yeah.
and then I finally decided to, be behind the scenes, and now I work as an executive producer. I think again, it's about enjoying what you do, finding new things, new skills to learn, and being honest to what you want to do with the task at hand. I think these three things will always keep you in good stead, whether you're in broadcasting, whether you're an engineer or you're a chef.
Yeah.
I think these are the things these are universal to enjoying anything that you do.
And you've almost answered my next question, which was along the same lines, but I will still have a little bit if there is something you could add on to it. And this is something I also personally want to take from you. For all
Okay.
budding sports broadcasters out there, if there is some piece of advice you could give to them about how they should proceed with their career, how they should start with things.
Hmm. Um, don't look at anything as a problem. Look at it as an opportunity.
Okay.
If you're struggling with something, that's an opportunity to learn more. If you're not able to understand something, that's your opportunity to learn it very well. And always take help. I feel when I started, I was a young kid at 20, but I was helped by a lot of my seniors because I used to eat their brain. नहीं नहीं मुझे ये बताओ कैसे करना है ये मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा. I used to eat their brain, and that has helped me so much. Ask for help. When you don't understand anything, instead of being very brave that नहीं हम कर लेंगे हो जाएगा, it's very important to understand how things are done in different organizations. It's not college, it's not school, it's not your local community where you can get away with it. Understand the discipline of every place and ask. You should always ask rather than wanting to prove yourself. Get the right guidance from the seniors around you. I think that is something that has helped me till date. And just don't be afraid to ask. Before you ask me the next question, I want to know, how did you start this, Ujjwal?
Okay, I started this. So basically, I wanted to do this for a very long while. And
Mm-hmm.
I started my blog, I started a website more than a year ago. But being a college student, you tend to get a little relaxed out with things you actually want to do. You just attend class, you and go back to sleep. So I think this lockdown has sort of been an opportunity for me, because when this actually started, I had nothing to do. There were
Oh,
online classes weren't happening, and I literally had nothing else to do. So I thought of, why not start what I've been thinking of for so long. So that is when I started doing all of this. This was, I think, May of this year. And
Because I love the name, I love the logo,
thank you
and
so
I
much.
love what you've done with the background. So obviously, it shows me that you're very passionate about it, and you were, organized about it. You thought of a logo, you thought of a background, and great. I wish
Thank
the
you so
12th
much.
man all the very
And
best.
one thing I really appreciate is I have noticed personally that you do tend to follow a lot of budding journalists or budding people on Instagram. So
Yes.
there are a lot of people have come to know as well who've started somewhere along the same time as me. But you, for example, a few that I just talked to, you've been following them as well.
Yes,
So
yes.
that is something that
It's.
is a huge
I
source of
like
inspiration.
I like to know what's happening. What are the younger kids doing? I like to know that. Because as I said, I'm always so keen to learn, for
Yeah.
something that might seem very, I might not be able to notice, but maybe you guys who've just started out new, might be able to teach me. So I enjoy that. I enjoy the process.
That's something really good to know. And for someone who has just started off, and I was on the day you followed my account, and I wrote you a message that very minute that thank you for the follow
Yeah.
back. And that was a very good moment because for someone who has started off, that is just a huge source of inspiration, motivation that you are being noticed by someone who has been significantly in this field for a while now.
Yeah, I was excited because I think I saw Sameep Rajguru's interview
Yeah.
on your handle, and I saw it on his handle, and I was very intrigued because Sameep and I go back a long way. We are colleagues, and we've covered so many ICC events together. So I was also very curious to know what he was up to. So and then I saw your profile, and it was very, very promising. As I told you, I could see a lot of hard work that's gone into creating the logo and the name. There's a lot of thought that's gone into. So I enjoy interacting with such passionate people.
Thank you so much. I mean, I cannot express how much that means. And with that, I'll go to my next question. That is again along
Yes.
these lines. That when you say that you've been in the field for these 16 years, you told us you met Mary Kom and you met with some of the biggest names of multiple sports. And in that process, you
Correct.
also become one of those names. But my question to you is that what is the most special thing about getting to interact with these players and being the medium that connects the fans to them?
You just answered my question. Having the opportunity to bring their stories to all the fans, like even Mary Kom, of course, I said, Sania Mirza, Saina Nehwal, PV Sindhu, amazing stories.
Yeah.
And to see the way they work so hard and, the kind of people that they are, it's amazing. So you learn to be humble because you see somebody like a Sania Mirza who's achieved so much, but she's still so honest to the sport. Same with PV Sindhu. She's a world champion,
Yeah.
but she's so grounded. So to learn so much from them and hard work, hard work just never goes to waste. That is something that it's so underrated. Everybody thinks, "Haan, kaam ho jayega." But
Right.
nothing comes without hard work and preparation. So it's very inspiring, to go to the villages of these kabaddi players,
Mm.
and to meet their families. It's so humbling, and they're such lovely people. They welcome you with open arms, and they're so excited that their sons and they're doing so well in kabaddi, and people are getting, recognized. To see that transformation or to see those humble beginnings, that just keeps me excited about unearthing such stories.
That sounds like something very exciting. And honestly, these are the things that get to the fans the most. For example, stories
Yeah.
of the background stories of things we do not know. When you get them through to us, that is something that excites everybody even more.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like that's what I'm saying. Everybody looks at the success of a
Yeah,
KL Rahul, but they don't know what kind of hard work he had to go through,
exactly.
or a young Prithvi Shaw, what was, the hard work that he has put in for so many years that has now resulted in something that is working in his favor. So, yeah, it's very interesting. I feel very fortunate to be in a position where I get access to their lives, to their stories, to the person that they really are. So I feel very, very fortunate about that.
Okay, and I will take you from here to the situation that is right now, the one that we are facing.
Okay.
And I just have to ask you that this is something that has been happening. Like you explained to us, you go to their villages, you go to their families, and you bring those stories. But that is something
Yeah.
the lockdown and this entire phase of coronavirus has stopped. So that traveling
Correct.
to these places has stopped. So during this phase, has the way that broadcasting is being approached changed? And For example, I have seen the series that you did of Super V, wherein Virat Kohli interacts with young fans. So things like
Yes.
that have come up virtually. So
I am so glad you brought that about because, all the kids in that show who interacted with Virat, I still get messages from them. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. How are you, ma'am? Is everything okay? So you are absolutely right. Our the whole idea of put this together came from our boss Sanjog Gupta, who heads the operation in Star Sports, and I thought it was so exciting
yeah,
that usually we might not be able to connect kids from Sydney, UK, Singapore, and Bombay all together at the same time
yeah.
and get them to talk to Virat Kohli. It's something that dreams are made of, but we made it a reality thanks to Sanjog sir's support and his ideas. You are right. There was a breakthrough that we got Virat and kids from all over the world to talk to him. And that is, yes, definitely my most cherished memory in this lockdown. And it was the best show. And Jatin was our
Yeah.
anchor, and he enjoyed it so much, and the kids and their parents, they just loved it. And Virat was so open, he was so honest. And his conversations with the kids were just treasure. They were a treasure. There's something that all of us will treasure. So yes, things have changed, but it's given us amazing opportunity which we never thought we could do earlier, to connect kids from around the globe
Yeah.
at the same time and get them to talk to the captain of the Indian cricket team.
Yes, and this is something that wouldn't have come into the heads of anybody if everything was as normal,
Yeah,
because you have fan interactions, but then they're at their particular place. Now to bring
it would have been
everybody,
local. Yeah,
yeah,
we would have just gotten some kids here. Absolutely. So as I said, when there is a problem, look at it as an opportunity to
opportunity. Yeah,
create something new, which you would never do it otherwise.
yeah, that's a very good way to look at things, and I think this is a major takeaway from this episode for anybody who's watching. And I have one last question for you in this segment, and it is related to how things are broadcasted. So, say when
Okay.
in a nation like India, where every fan is so high on sentiment when it comes to cricket, and take cut to an event like the World Cup, wherein every Indian fan who knows anything about cricket has their TV turned on and they're watching.
Yeah.
So at that point, say a match of India and Pakistan, high pressure, does it become difficult to report things? Is there some sort of Lakshman Rekha that these are things that you might not be able to say out?
It's a very good question. It's a very relevant question. I was part of the team that covered the Champions Trophy in 2017 in UK, and of course, we were there for both the India
Yeah,
Pakistan games, the final. Yes.
yeah,
Um, Towards the end of the game, when we thought that yes, okay, we don't think we're winning this one, the energy slightly did dip in our contingent, but we had to put a show together.
yeah,
So again, you can't let emotions overcome, just for the players, right? Like the players cannot let their emotions overcome on the field. They have to still play the game. They have to face the ball and or bowl that over. Similarly, you feel like it would be great to do a post show when India wins and get all bring that to the fans. But obviously professionalism takes over
yeah,
your emotions. You feel bad that your team didn't do well, but it's a game. There's always another India Pakistan match
yeah.
that we wait for in ICC tournament, so we just hope for the best. And yes, as a professional, you just have to make sure that whatever product you put out has to do justice to the occasion.
To talk about India Pakistan, it's on a different note, but I was going through a lot of comments of when the Pakistan and England series was going on. And there were so
Yeah.
many Indian fans who were supporting Pakistan because their rationale behind it was कि India and Pakistan का test match तभी होगा जब test championship के final में दोनों आ जाएंगे. So there is everybody
Correct.
supporting Pakistan there.
See, there are all kinds of emotions,
Yeah,
right? There is not only one kind of emotion when it comes to India playing anyone. If India
yeah,
plays Australia, even when now India plays Bangladesh, right? That's
yeah,
become very emotional now. Earlier, we didn't think it will be an emotional match, but now India Bangladesh is so emotional. Even
yeah,
under 19 World Cup final. I mean,
yeah,
उसमें कितना कुछ हो गया. तो आई थिंक इमोशंस को अलग रखना एक इंडिया मैच से बहुत मुश्किल है.
yeah,
और जब इमोशंस इन्वॉल्व होंगे तो हर तरह के इमोशंस इन्वॉल्व होंगे. Again, I go back to my childhood when we used to watch cricket. So we were three generations watching cricket all together on one television. My grandfather, my father, my uncle, and then us kids, so we would have debates amongst us. Somebody supported another team and they said, oh, kuch nahi ho sakta, jab tak Michael Bevan hai, Michael Bevan humko hara dega. And we're like, no, Javagal Srinath is there, or, Sachin Tendulkar is still there. And, so I think that is part of who we are. Our emotions, there are different emotions within families, within brothers, sisters. IPL mein dekh lijiye na.
Yeah.
You have friends who support different teams. There are people who are not from Chennai, but they will support CSK for their love of Dhoni. And then there are others who love Dhoni, but because they are Mumbai Indian fans, they will go against him.
Agreed.
So there will always be contrasting emotions. You can't straitjacket emotions into just one way.
There is so many of these fans from the southern part of India who are suddenly supporting Kings 11 Punjab because they have KL Rahul as their
KL, yes. And I'm really looking forward to how Kings 11 Punjab does this year. I'm very excited because there is a combination of KL Rahul and Anil Kumble. I think that's very exciting for all cricket fans to see.